Okay, wrestling fans, by popular demand, Mark Thiethke, Shane McKenna, among others in the Facebook wrestling world, have been asking me for my opinion. CM Punk fired by Tony Khan, and I guess we're all supposed to give a flying shit. Look, folks, look, gentlemen, if you watched my previous video on this situation like Mark did, you will know that my feeling is very come see, come saw on this thing. Talent comes, talent goes. Sometimes a whole wrestling promotion come and goes, as we experience with WCW and ECW. Hold on. So there's nothing to get worked up about. AEW is not going to fold because of one guy. They lost him before for 9 or 10 months, and every people still did wrestling. There was still wrestling in AEW, and they'll survive without him this time. And look, I mean, it's like this, guys. I don't think the CM people are saying, well, this was a failed experiment. They should have never hired him in the first place. I'm not going to say that. And the reason why I'm not going to say that is I think Punk, for the year or year and a half or 2 years that he was in AEW, it was a fun little ride. I mean, we had some good laughs. We had a couple of good matches. Him and Moxley, I think, was a good series that kind of elevated both guys and was a different type of big type feel with those two guys. I don't think we need to go to the extreme and say, oh, CM Punk, fuck him, he can rot in hell forever. I'm not going to say that. The guy came, he's a pain in the ass. He's not entirely wrong. I think the Young Bucks and fucking Whistle Dick, wannabe Buck, Jungle Fuck, he's a pain in the ass too. And CM Punk, and I think also to Tony Khan's fault, these guys showing up at fucking Wembley Stadium, if it's true that CM Punk apparently didn't have a ride set up for him to take him to the arena from the fucking airport, that's kind of hack. I mean, Tony Khan, for all the great things he's done for wrestlers, giving them a place to work, giving them better than average paying contracts, paying these guys a big time amount of money for very few matches. For all the great things he's done, he dropped the ball on this one. I mean, look, I couldn't, if you sent me to fucking Philadelphia and said, oh, ride the public transportation system, I'd be fucking lost. So, I mean, sending these guys to another country with no car to pick them up, it's a bit disrespectful, especially this is not an indie fucking fed anymore. There's 81,000 fans there. They can afford some cars set up, and all the wrestling fans need their they're trying to get to the goddamn Wembley Stadium too, so they're hogging up all the Ubers or the Lyft rides or whatever the fuck they have over there in jolly old. So Tony, you dropped the fucking ball on that, so I can see where Punk would be in a shitty mood already. Then he's got this Jungle Fuck making these goddamn things, this references to the glass, and apparently other people were given Jack Perry some warnings about that glass spot a few weeks earlier. So I don't blame Punk for being pissy, but at the same time, being pissy, having a right to be pissy, doesn't mean you have the right to do whatever the fuck you want. And apparently, if Tony Khan felt physically threatened or physically in danger at least, that's your boss, man. So, I mean, I don't think we need to cry a fucking river for anybody here. CM Punk will be fine. He'll go back to doing B fucking movies. There's nothing wrong with that. I have friends that produce B-rated movies, or B movies, or straight to video, straight to streaming, whatever you want to fucking call them, low-budget movies, independent films. There'll be plenty of work for CM Punk then. Once the strike, actor strike is over. He can go back to writing comic books. He can probably be a podcast host. I mean, I think everybody would love to hear a podcast with CM Punk now. I mean, his Colt Cabana podcast 5 years ago, or even, was it longer, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, that started all this shit with him. That was a good podcast. I'm sure Punk could host a good podcast. I mean, everybody fucking else is. So you don't have to cry for CM Punk. He's got a hot little wife. He's got a nice little life for himself. The wrestling fans, don't cry any goddamn rivers for anybody. There's another fucking show on tonight. As I've told you guys, AMC Theaters, Regal Cinemas have this fucking show. Reduced price, $12.99. as far as the goddamn fans in Chicago goes, look, I mean, if you're going to pay money, and I know they paid the money in advance thinking that CM Punk would be there, he's not going to fucking be there, Chicago, so get your dicks out of your ass. You have to learn to appreciate more than just one fucking wrestler, okay? It's a little juvenile if you're going to go to this goddamn thing and cry in your fucking Chicago diapers that CM Punk's not there. You got plenty of fucking other wrestlers to watch, okay? I think it's a bad move to have 2 back-to-back fucking pay-per-views. I've been on the record before, but here I am like every other asshole. I watched the one last week and I'm going to see this one at the fucking theater. So I'm just a fucking schmuck like you if you're watching this thing. But I mean, look, here's the goddamn wisdom that I shared with my buddy Mark Thiefke in the Facebook group. I think it's World's Greatest Wrestling Group, whatever the fuck, on Facebook. I told him a little anecdote, which I'll share for you now. I did dinner theater with this nice group, Murder on Us Dinner Theater, Providence, Rhode Island. Was in this group for a long fucking time. And when I got in the group, there was this wonderful actress named Marcia. She was really the best person in our group. She was the crowd favorite. She was by far the best person with her lines, always had her lines down. Very energetic. Very good actress, okay? Very perfect for this situation. The crowds always loved her. And I was only there for about a season, and the big news comes down that Marcia is retiring from the dinner theater group because she's got an ailing father that she needs to take care of, and she's prioritizing her father's health over her own, dinner theater career, for whatever that's worth. So we had a special night, which was her goodbye show. And I said to her in a quiet moment, I said, "Hey, Marcia, I don't know how we're going to do this without you." And she said, "I appreciate that, Mike, but it's like my father always told me, another ass will fill your seat. Another ass will fill your seat." So another ass filled Marcia's seat. Another ass filled my seat when I left the dinner theater group. When Cody took his fucking ball and his wife and his fucking dream and went to the WWE, another ass filled his seat. And, CM Punk leaves, another ass will fill his fucking seat. Brian Danielson, whatever the fuck his name is, he's filling the seat tonight to take on Ricky Starks. And I hope Chicago can just fucking get, don't spite. I mean, look, if you want to go there and boo Chicago and boo all the fucking matches and chant CM Punk all fucking night long, then go ahead. But you're ruining your own goddamn night. That's like when people, protest / riot and destroy their own fucking neighborhood. Okay, you're not going to have a goddamn Walgreens next week, idiots. Where are you going to get your fucking groceries, assholes? If you riot in your own the smart thing to do, I don't know why I'm telling you this, fucking take a pilgrimage and go riot in someone else's goddamn neighborhood. Fucking idiots. So if you want to go to your goddamn wrestling show in Chicago and cry a goddamn river for CM Punk, he's at home banging his hot little wife all night while you're sitting in a goddamn wrestling venue with 20,000 other white guys in black t-shirts chanting his name like a bunch of sycophants, okay? So that's fucking it. I'm a little upset right now. Some piece of goddamn shit smashed into my car today. Another goddamn thing I have to deal with. So none of you assholes give a flying fuck if my car gets hit, but you're all crying in your fucking diapers about CM Punk and Tony fucking Khan. Well, I'm going to watch the goddamn wrestling. Thanks, CM Punk. You gave us some good drama. You gave us some shit to talk about, and now you're fucking fired. So who gives a flying shit? That's it. Enjoy the goddamn show. I'll probably do a goddamn live review of it afterwards. If you want to watch, watch. If you don't, don't. Assholes. God damn it.